make more marbles. My name is Brad Hart, and today I have a very special guest, Miss Jackie Lapin from SpeakerTunity.com. Welcome, Jackie.
I am delighted to be here. Thanks, Brad. I appreciate you inviting me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's always fun to have friends on the show and to chat and to learn about what you're up to and how we can support you with our marble making mafia madness mavens, all the M words. I'm always trying to think of new ones. You got some cool stuff for people. So we'll just put it right at the top of the show. We got 20 snappy titles. We got 44 ways for you to seduce your audience. Really beautiful. And a definitive speaker checklist, because Jackie's all about that. I'm going to just put them right up here. They are speakertunity.com/titles, speakertunity.com/seduce, and speakertunity.com/strategy. We'll talk more about those and give them to you again at the end. But for now, Jackie, tell us a little bit about what you're up to in the world and how you support speakers in creating more opportunities for their business.
Well, the simple answer is I help speakers and leaders get booked faster, easier, and in more places. So if you're a coach, author, expert along somewhere in the infopreneur marketplace, you have too much time invested in all of your other things that you don't have time to go looking for speaking gigs. So we've done all that research for you. So whether you're looking for podcasts, virtual summits, meetings, conferences, TEDx's, we have got ways and different opportunities in terms of subscription services and directories that are going to get you right to where you want. Now, if you also don't want to do all that work for yourself, we have also resources that will support you in getting it done. And if you need graphic design for things like speaker sheets and podcast sheets and conference roll-up banners and a variety of other things, we'll help you there. So we call ourselves SpeakerTunity, the speaker and leader resource company, one-stop shopping for the speaker leader. We're making your life easier. That's our whole mission in life.
And what I love about that is it's difficult, because you get seduced. Let's just put it that way. You get seduced by this whole, I'm going to go on stage, I'm going to give my keynote, I'm going to sell my things, everybody's going to love me and send me millions of doll hairs. And that's a great thing. And we love that. And we run a Mastermind to Millions event, which we just locked the hotel down today. I'm very excited about for May. And we're looking to get on stages, and it's a lot of work. Like, I put together little groups and I'm begging and borrowing and, calling in all the favors and what stages do you know? And so many of these opportunities now are difficult to actually be able to sell. And they don't really understand how the flow works. And you end up with bad outcomes because not everybody's on the same page or has the same aligned incentives. So what Jackie provides and what SpeakerTunity provides is so valuable, just to have all of that curated database, all of the pieces you need to make it successful, and the experience required so that you don't get caught up in what you don't know that you don't know. For example, we just did one recently. I won't throw anybody under the bus, but they didn't put well, it wasn't the proper amount of time. So we'll start there. They gave us 40 minutes instead of 60 minutes, whatever. But then they didn't put a break right after. So if you rush right into the next section and people can't go to the back of the room or go on their phone and buy whatever, that creates a problem as well. So, all these little things that you don't know until you don't know affect sales. And then, the room count is I think there's 70 people and they think there's 165 people. It's wait, how do we determine that? And there's just all these little stupid things that happen that cost you money when you're uninitiated into this world. So working with somebody like Jackie is a great option if you're looking to speak on more stages and sell your products there.
Well, and there's one other thing we do, Brad, too, is if you want a completely done for you radio podcast tour with a guarantee of 30 invitations, we do that too. So, there's a lot of people that just want to have more visibility across the board. And that's another great tool that we offer.
Awesome. So let's give people a little bit of the background. So what's your background as a speaker? How'd you get into it? And how'd you ultimately pivot into helping other people become more successful at speaking?
Well, the truth of the matter is, really, I only became a speaker late in my career when I was actually marketing these things. I started out as one of the first women sports writers in America, and then went on to have one of the largest sports special events PR companies in the world, and wrote 2 books in personal growth. I was called to write those books. One was the best spiritual book of the year at the International New Age Trade Show. And when I did that, I realized that my heart lay with the people that were making the world a better place. And this is really where I wanted to be in service. And so I rebranded that company, Conscious Media Relations, which is our sister company. And I started doing radio podcast tours. And then about 5 years into that, some of these people said, can you book me for speaking gigs? And I said, I don't want to do that, but I know where they are. So why don't I just tell you? And so that's how I created SpeakerTunity. And so in the course of building SpeakerTunity, I, of course, had to become a speaker myself. And so now, of course, I do a lot of that. But up until then, that's not where my background. I was a publicist. I had a world-class client list of, Avon, Seagram's, Toyota, Showtime, and I could go on and on and on. But that was a great world when it was, and that environment ended as media became harder to get, publicity became harder to get, and this was just such an important area to support people who really have important messages. So
I
that's
love
how I
that.
made the transition.
It's so important to know the story too. Like, how did you get there? Because that gives people coordinates, right? It gives people an understanding of where you were on the map, where you are now, and how did you get there, and through some of the ups and downs. And it's funny, you're a sports writer. I didn't know that. That's really fun. So I just booked season tickets for the Cardinals. Not that I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm a New York Giants fan because we have broken the Patriots' heart on more than one occasion, and that just feels good to me. But the fun part is, since I live in Arizona now, and the Cardinals are literally the second worst team in the league, they have the lowest rate for the tickets. So they're like giving these things away. It's like $1,800 to sit, in the club seats on the very lower level. Like, I think I'm at the 15. I just locked them down. I'm at the 15-yard line on the visitor side. I'm going to get everybody's jerseys from all the visiting teams, so I can be a professional hater and root against them the entire time. And if I want to sell, Green Bay Packers tickets or 49ers tickets, I'll basically cover the whole year for everything. And I get preferential parking. I can take clients. I can take guests. We got a 4-pack right on the aisle. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Very cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So if you are a speaker and you are looking to book speaking gigs, let's give people some value and some things they can implement right now. So, like, what are 1 to 3 things that anybody who's looking to book speaking gigs really needs to know? What are some hacks or tips or tricks, some insider info that they might need?
You really should have a speaker one sheet. And that's a beautiful showcase that makes you look like the star that you are. And a speaker one sheet should have a great bio of you, a powerful picture, at least one, maybe two. And then 2 testimonials, preferably from people who've booked you, not necessarily from your clients or people who've heard you, that they can hold the place for those when you have people who've booked you. And then on the backside, you want to have 3 presentations, because if you only have 1 arrow in your quiver, it had better be a bullseye. But if you give people 3 choices, it's going to increase your ability to get booked. And that could be 3 different subject matters entirely. It could be your same presentation, just rewritten and redirected for different audiences. It could also be 2 different skill levels, whatever it might be. You want to give people that you're going out to different audiences, different bookers. You want to have a variety. And so, and you can get them done. We do them really inexpensively for like $349, and do it in such a way that you attach it when you send your proposal letter. So you're going to need your proposal letter, which is no more than 5 to 7 paragraphs. And that should be structured thus. The first paragraph should really speak to the transformation or the message that you're delivering. What are you doing that's changing their lives? The next part about it is all about your credentials. Why you? What have you done that make you the superstar that you are to deliver this message? Then you want to go into a little bit more detail about what you're going to present. And you can even do that in bullet points. And then you want to ask for the opportunity to meet with them to kind of see if you would be a good fit, or for the order, would you be willing to consider me for your next meeting, your next, et cetera. Now, right in that, just before you get to the signature, you want to include your speaker one sheet link or attach it, and a link to video. And you want 3 to 5 minutes of really compelling video of you from the stage, preferably. If you only have it from your online presentations, it's okay. But now that people are back in the room, bookers are looking for more on-stage video. And so you don't need a massive sizzle reel. If you have it, that's great. They just want to see how well you present. And don't overwhelm them with an entire presentation. Cut it down to 3 to 5 minutes. And if you're going to get it done, here are some thoughts. You can either speak at an event that's videotaped and then either ask for or buy the video. You can speak at an event and bring your own videographer. If you can't do that, the next thing to do is look for a speaker showcase. And we've got 2 or 3 that I can tell you about where you can go and actually looks like you're speaking on stage, but it's a bunch of other speakers in the room that are alternating throughout the day. And the third way that you could do that is go rent a hotel room and get all your friends and hire a videographer, because you really need to have good video, and it shouldn't be shot from your cell phone because it needs to have good sound and good lighting and make you look like brilliant.
Yeah, that's the biggest key, I think, is just having quality, right? Is like, if you're going to invest in this, if you're going to be doing this consistently, that one speaker reel, if you get it right, you don't have to change it every time. You just got to get it right the first time and keep reusing it. Unless you like gain 100 pounds or something or lose a bunch of weight or something.
As you're getting on bigger stages, you may want to do a sizzle reel, which is, much more quick hits, some music,
Sure.
narrative and all those other kinds of stuff. But you don't need that in the beginning.
Yeah.
You only need just a sample of what you do.
And I want to invite Kyle Gray, by the way, is one of the people who's helped me with some of my speaking. He's on. I just want to give a shout out to Kyle and a couple of the other folks for just popping in on the live. I never announced these beforehand, so it's always nice to see people jump on. And for everybody watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. We're doing some speaker secrets here. We're teaching folks about some of the things that they need to know for booking stages, for showing up in the best possible light, and some of the hacks and tricks that they might not have known. And Jackie has been doing this forever. SpeakerTunity.com is hers. So let's talk about some of the resources, the free resources that we have for folks that are looking to up-level their speaking career, go to that next level. We have 3 different things. Why don't you kind of walk us through what they look like?
Well, the first one is called the Definitive Speaker Checklist. And this is, if you're starting your journey or you're just starting to move up in the food chain, you really want to have something that will prevent you from missing steps to determine that, if you're not going to get caught short when somebody says, do you have this? Or you haven't taken that step and you're, and you make them, you negotiate improperly and you don't get everything that you need. So that's going to make sure that everything you have and need in the process of becoming a consistent speaker is all the I's and T's are dotted. And that's SpeakerTunity.com/strategy. That's the first one. That's really basic and very important for if you're, really launching in this marketplace. The next one is everybody needs a freebie to give at a presentation. Whether you're making a paid offer from the stage, whether you're on a stage that doesn't let you do that, or whether you're even doing a keynote, try to give something away that's going to get people into your opt-in. The only problem is if you think that a simple ebook or an invitation for a discovery call are the only things you're offered, you are way behind the times. There are 44 ways to seduce your next client from stages, podcasts, radio shows, virtual summits, and virtual networking. This makes it so easy for you to look at and say, oh, that would be a great way for me to induce people into my list. I didn't think of that. So grab 44 ways. So go to SpeakerTunity.com/seduce. Now, this other freebie is for somebody who's actually out, all right, putting together their speaking topics and their presentations, and you are stumped for a title. Well, this is 20 snappy, irresistible titles for speaking opportunities. These are formulas, 20 different formulas that are going to make it so easy for you to create really impactful titles that actually sell you to the speaker booker and sell you to their audience. So go to SpeakerTunity.com/titles.
I love it. Okay. I think that covers the basics here. I think we've got everything to the point. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss today, Jackie, or share?
Well, I want to tell you a couple of things. We have the world's largest TEDx directory at 1,400 TEDx's all across North America. So if you're looking to do a TEDx, this is something you can't resist. We also have 4,300 speaking conferences that have issued calls for speakers in our conference connections. We've got a paid booking resource. We also have an ability for you simply to introduce yourself to 10,000 meeting bookers, meeting planners with one email, with a dedicated email. So there's lots of different choices, lots of different resources over at SpeakerTunity. Excuse me. And if you have any questions after you're perusing the pages yourself, you could reach out to me at Jackie@SpeakerTunity.com or set a meeting with myself or Kelly O'Hara, our Director of Speaker Relations. And either one of us will be happy to walk you through the resources and figure out what's the best for you.
That's perfect. So that's Jackie, JACKIE at SpeakerTunity. That's speaker, TUNITY.com. She can help you out and get you set up with the right resources to accelerate your speaking career. Jackie, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate you for taking the time and for being so supportive with everything we've got going on with Mastermind of Millions and everything else. Jay and I are big fans of yours. We're so grateful that you have taken the time today to share with our audience and make more marbles for everybody. We know what you're up to. If there's anything in particular that you'd like to give everybody a call to action to help out with, this is the Make More Marbles podcast. After all, we're looking to help everybody make more. So please do let me know. And yeah, take us away.
So, hey, if you want to get booked, you need to find those stages and you don't have the time. So come on over to SpeakerTunity. We have a simple membership program that you can get, you can get engaged for only $47 a month. And then as you need more, you can grow with us in our membership program, but you can choose 40 podcasts every month that are lifestyle, 40 podcasts every month that are B2B. We will give you speaker leads all over North America. We will give you 4,300 conferences, or we'll give you all the virtual summits that are looking for guest presenters. You get a choice of one of those, go up to our gold level, you get all 5. So come on over and take a look. SpeakerTunity, if you want to go specifically right into the membership program, go to SpeakerTunity.com/join.
I love it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Jackie, and have a beautiful rest of your day.